This is verse 17 of the 16th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Peter has just given what's commonly called Peter's confession in response to Jesus' question, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter, probably speaking for all of them, announces, "You are the Christ, you're the Son of the living God." And Jesus now responds with this remarkable benediction, saying, so we have apokrythes from apokrynomai, answered, aorist participle, having answered. Again, we've discussed that idiom before. It usually is rendered, Jesus answered and said, but technically it's having answered, he said, apen. Makes awkward English, but that's just the standard phrase that we run into. So having answered, postpositive da, but having answered, ho Jesus. Now the subject of both of these verbs, having answered, he said, third person singular, aorist active indicative, auto, to him. So Peter has just said something to Jesus, and now Jesus responds to Peter, makarios. This is the same word that's used in the Beatitudes early in Matthew's Gospel. It's not simply a general pat on the back. It's really a rather weighty state of blessedness, and that's the notion. Singular here, a, second person singular, present active indicative of a, me, I am. So blessed are you, you are blessed. He gives the proper name of Simon, Simon, Bar-Yonah, Bar, son of Jonah, son of Jonah. This is really a kind of a parallel. Peter had said, "You are the Son of the living God," and as if to strike a kind of symmetry here, you are Simon, son of Jonah. Just as Jesus is of the essence of the Father, you might say, Simon is of the essence of his Father. That's really subtly, at least, what's being implied by such a saying. So, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. Hoti, this is the conjunction, it means because. Sarx, flesh. Kai haima, blood, because flesh and blood. Apokalupsin, from apokalao, means to reveal. Of course, the word apocalypse, taken from this, usually has to do with a revelation that comes from on high, and that's certainly the sense here. So flesh and blood did not reveal. Soi, the indirect object, dative, singular, masculine, did not reveal to you, meaning this insight was not revealed to you. Flesh and blood, the term that's used back here, of course, is commonly used in the New Testament to refer to human resources. Paul, when he speaks of his conversion, in Galatians chapter 1 says, I immediately did not confer with flesh and blood, meaning he didn't confer with other human beings. This was a revelation that came to him sovereignly from God. He also says in another place, our wrestling is not against flesh and blood, meaning the real war that we carry on is not against human powers, that sort of thing. There's something deeper, invisible. And the same idea here. Peter didn't get this insight simply from native intelligence, from advanced education, from philosophical acuteness, anything like that. This is to be explained by an utterly different resource. So flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. Allah, strong conjunction, but ho pater, the Father, mu, of me. This is the genitive singular, the, ho, in, tois, orinois, the in the heavens one. So the insight that is articulated here by Peter came by divine revelation, and that, of course, immediately implies that it came by sovereign revelation, and Matthew probably wants us to extrapolate from that anybody that comes to a firm conviction that Jesus is, in fact, the Christ, the Son of the living God, can only attribute it ultimately to the same source, that it doesn't come as a kind of a conclusion from a syllogism, that kind of thing, native brilliance, functioning as an IQ or education, some such thing, but it really represents God's sovereign revelation of such a truth into a person's heart and soul.